Welcome back to the channel, where today we are witnessing one of the most radical transformations in the modern automotive era as the French luxury brand DS Automobiles takes a swing at the enthusiast market with a build that looks like it was ripped straight out of a futuristic racing simulation. For a long time, DS has been positioned as the avant-garde fashion house of the Stellantis group, focusing more on leather stitching and watch strap seat designs than on raw lap times or track aggression. The standard DS3, while undoubtedly stylish, has often been criticized for being a bit too sensible and perhaps even a little boring for those who crave a visceral driving experience. However, the designers and engineers in Paris clearly had enough of that reputation because they have unveiled a project that completely shatters the image of the polite city hatchback. Inspired by the pixelated worlds of Gran Turismo and the high-stakes intensity of Formula E, this new creation is a masterclass in how to turn a pedestrian commuter into a digital-age predator. It is called the DS3 Performance, but even that name feels like an understatement once you see the sheer level of technical and aesthetic overhaul that has gone into this one-off machine. The visual impact of this vehicle is immediate and disorienting in the best way possible, as the car features a livery that utilizes high-contrast colors and geometric patterns designed to mimic the glitched aesthetics of modern video games. The bodywork has been widened significantly to accommodate a much more aggressive track, and the standard elegant lines of the DS3 have been replaced by sharp, functional aerodynamic elements. At the front, the traditional grille has been swapped for a massive carbon fiber intake system designed to channel air not just for cooling, but for extreme downforce at high speeds. The light signature, which DS has always been famous for, has been dialed up to 11 with vertical LED strips that pulse like a digital heartbeat. Looking at it from the side, the car sits incredibly low to the ground on bespoke aero disc wheels that look like they belong on a spacecraft rather than a hatchback. The rear of the car is dominated by a towering diffuser and a wing setup that ensures this car stays glued to the tarmac even when the massive electric motors are delivering their full potential. Speaking of potential, the heart of this beast is where the video game comparison moves from the visual to the mechanical, as this is no longer a simple front-wheel drive commuter. Borrowing heavily from the technology developed in the DS T Formula E program, this machine utilizes a dual-motor electric powertrain that is rumored to produce a staggering 815 horsepower. This is not just a light upgrade, it is a complete mechanical rebirth that allows this compact car to sprint from 0 to 60 miles per hour in less than 2 seconds. To handle that kind of power, the entire chassis has been reinforced with carbon fiber monocoque, similar to what you would find in a top-tier endurance racer or a formula car. The suspension has been completely reworked with adjustable dampers and high-performance braking systems that feature massive carbon ceramic rotors. What is truly fascinating is the energy management system, which uses regenerative braking technology to capture almost all the kinetic energy back into the batteries, making it as efficient as it is violent in its acceleration. Inside the cabin, the transformation is just as extreme, as the luxury materials have been stripped back to save weight and replaced with a cockpit that feels more like a gaming rig than a traditional interior. The driver sits in a deep carbon fiber bucket seat surrounded by a roll cage that has been painted in the same neon accents as the exterior. Instead of a traditional dashboard, there is a wide, curved screen that provides real-time telemetry data and a heads-up display that can project racing lines directly onto the windshield, mimicking the user interface of a high-end racing game. The steering wheel is a rectangular yoke filled with toggles and switches that allow the driver to adjust the power delivery and traction control on the fly. It is a space that emphasizes the connection between the digital world and physical reality, proving that the next generation of car enthusiasts wants a vehicle that feels as interactive and customizable as their favorite digital simulators. This project is a bold statement from DS Automobiles at a time when the brand is trying to redefine its identity in the rapidly evolving luxury market. By embracing the boring label and flipping it on its head, they have managed to capture the attention of a younger, more tech-savvy audience that values performance and digital culture just as much as traditional luxury. It highlights the growing trend of automotive manufacturers looking toward the gaming industry for design inspiration and marketing synergy. This car is not just a showpiece, it is a rolling laboratory for the future of the brand. Many of the aerodynamic features and the high-output electric motor technology seen here are expected to trickle down into future production models as DS moves toward a fully electric lineup by the end of the decade. It shows that even in an era of silent electric motors, the soul of a racing car can still be loud and provocative. The reaction from the automotive community has been one of genuine surprise and admiration, as few expected the premium brand to go this far into the world of hardcore performance. It serves as a reminder that the engineering talent within the Stellantis group is capable of incredible feats when the corporate constraints are loosened. For the fans who grew up playing racing games and dreaming of cars that looked like they belonged in the future, this DS3 transformation is a dream come true. It's a vehicle that doesn't apologize for its over-the-top styling or its aggressive mission statement. Instead, it celebrates the absurdity and the excitement of the automotive world in 2026. As we move closer to the era of autonomous commuting and high-efficiency transport, cars like this remind us that there is still a place for raw speed and artistic expression on four wheels. In conclusion, the DS3 video game racer is more than just a modified hatchback. It is a bridge between two worlds that are becoming increasingly inseparable. It proves that French luxury can have a mean streak and that the future of electric performance is far from boring. Whether this car eventually makes its way into a digital expansion pack for a major racing game or remains a physical icon of what is possible when designers let their imaginations run wild, it has already accomplished its goal of making DS the talk of the industry. It is a neon-soaked, high-voltage middle finger to the idea that small cars have to be sensible, and it's a testament to the fact that sometimes to move forward, you have to look at the world through a different lens, even if that lens is a high-resolution digital screen. We look forward to seeing how this project influences the future of DS and whether other brands will follow suit in creating their own digital-to-physical masterpieces.